Have you ever been watching crochet YouTube and thought to yourself, I wish there were more videos like this, just worse in every conceivable way? Well, thanks to good old YouTube, your dreams may only be a few clicks away. So I was watching YouTube the other day. It wasn't anything crochet or craft related. For the life of me, I can't remember what video exactly it was I was watching, but I do remember learning from that video that apparently the YouTube Creator Studio now has some sort of AI feature to assist us in making videos. Just, you know, for those of us who want to suck the creativity right out of video creation. To be honest with all of you, I don't know in which direction this video is headed. I haven't checked out the AI tool yet. If you can't tell, I find this kind of thing slightly ridiculous, a little bit insulting, but at the same time, I'm also kind of morbidly curious. I want to know just how much of the video creation process does this AI function seek to supersede? And the answer to that question is going to determine how the rest of this video unfolds. So I'm thinking we're just going to leap straight first into a big pile of AI bullshittery. So if I get everything up, yes, I'm just gonna screen record. I'm gonna go through these tools here with you guys today. And depending on what we find, how deep this rabbit hole goes, is going to inform the rest of this video, basically. I usually don't like jumping into videos like this without at least a baseline plan, but I thought it would be good to get my genuine first reaction to this new feature. Well, I don't know how new it is, actually. I just found out about it recently, so it's new to me. So basically, if you go into your YouTube, your Creator Studio, head to Analytics and then Trends, you should see up the top here, it says, go to inspiration. That is what we're going to click on. Okay, so it's given me a list of ideas for videos, apparently. It says explore and brainstorm video ideas. Ideas for you. Amigurumi backpack DIY with surprising twist. And of course, they're all awful AI generated thumbnails. Crochet sculpture inspired spooky decor, unexpected crochet project fails compilation, repurposing yarn scraps into useful crafts, beginner friendly crochet project for beginners. It's beginner friendly for beginners. I like that. My assumption, just having read through the first, 5 suggestions here, is that the AI is like trawling through my back catalogue of projects and sort of smushing them together and spitting out these suggestions, because quite recently, as in this year, I have made an amigurumi backpack. Just a couple of weeks ago, as of filming this, I made a crochet sculpture, and I even wrote it as it is written here, sculpture. Compilations, I've done compilations, and I mean, going back and putting a twist on old ideas is not necessarily a bad thing. Do you really need AI to do that though? I don't think so. And some of these other ideas, such as like repurposing yarn scraps into useful crafts, again, that's sort of similar to video topics I've already done, but that is not a bad video idea. I just don't think you need AI to get you there. So that was these 5. None of those really appeal to me all that much. Again, they're incredibly similar to projects I've already done. I don't want to just rehash those projects over and over. There are other things we can possibly explore here, but I'm just going to hit refresh and see what else comes up for me. So this time we've got Ultimate Crochet Yarn Guide for Beginners, Crochet Backpack Challenge 3 Styles, DIY Crochet Desk Organizer, amigurumi swap with another crafter, crochet stitch showdown speed test. I mean, again, this is just a combination of many of my past projects. There's nothing new or particularly interesting about it. I want to refresh just one more time. I'm hoping for something that really stands out, that would, I don't know, make this tool even a little bit worth it. Repurpose old crochet projects into a new design. I mean, what is that thumbnail? How does that relate at all to the title? The concept is there, but like I said earlier, you could get there on your own. You do not need AI for this. What else is it? Crochet inspired Halloween costumes. That is a freaky ass thumbnail. Make an entire crochet outfit for a day. Okay, I don't mind that one. That seems like a cool concept and not one I've really done before. So, okay. Crochet challenge, design for a specific skill level. Crochet gift ideas for every occasion. Right, I don't mind you, so we're going to explore this one a little bit. So if I open you up. Okay, so this is what I was more interested in. How much information does it provide for you? So we've got the title, make an entire crochet outfit for a day. An entire crochet outfit is crafted from start to finish, showcasing the versatility of crochet and inspiring viewers to create their own unique looks. The video follows the process of creating each piece from the basic stitches to the final details, highlighting tips and tricks along the way. All right, so outline, we have project overview and goals, introduce the project, explain the goal of the video, highlight specific outfit pieces, yarn and pattern selection, discuss yarn choices based on outfit needs, show the pattern selection, highlight the importance of swatching, crocheting the outfit, yada yada yada, styling and fitting the outfit, final thoughts and call to action. It's unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. You don't need AI for this. All right, then we've got more titles. Crocheting an entire outfit, question mark, exclamation point. You won't believe what happens. From yarn to wardrobe, making a full crochet outfit in a day. Well, that sure as shit isn't happening. There's no way I'm making an entire crochet outfit in a day. Bloody hell. This crochet project went way beyond my expectations. I tried crocheting everything for a day. What does that even mean? It doesn't like specify clothing. It doesn't get across that you're making an outfit. All right, so it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. In that video that I was watching, that I can't bloody remember what it was, they did say something about scripts. Now, I was only half paying attention because I was crocheting while that video was playing. So they may not have been referring to the YouTube Studio tool. They could have been talking about, other AI apps or programs that have been used in the creation of scripts, because I can't see one here, which is not a bad thing. Maybe I'm just too cynical at this point and I just cringe every time I hear the word AI now. I'm just so bloody sick of it. But this could, I suppose, potentially be a good starting point. But my question is, why? Why do you need this? What is the point of dabbling in a creative medium if you want to outsource the creative part to a AI program? Like, what is the point of that? I don't understand. Do you really need AI to inform you that you need to choose a project and choose yarn and then crochet the outfit? We've looked through the provided. Oh, here we go. I went back and now I've got more suggestions. So I said I wasn't certain what direction I wanted this video to take, but I think I have an idea for that now. I'm gonna go through, just keep refreshing the page, these ideas. So I'm gonna start with crochet a giant octopus with a twist. I'm going to pick out 4 or 5 and I'm going to try and follow the outline for those as closely as I can. I'm pretty sure that's how I want this video to unravel to use a yarn related word. There's also, before I start that though, there is also this little section to the right here. It's called Let's Brainstorm. Describe a topic to create ideas. What happens if I just write crochet? Yeah, that really doesn't seem all that much different. Crochet backpack challenge, 5 different styles. Well, that's a bump up from the 3 before. Okay, let's chuck in amigurumi, see what that does. Couldn't create ideas. Apparently amigurumi is too advanced for the AI. I did spell that correctly, didn't I? Amigurumi, yeah. If I put in amigurumi crochet, couldn't create ideas. Crochet plushie maybe? Nope. Well, apparently the AI hasn't stolen enough crap yet to spit out amigurumi suggestions. What about crochet for begin? No, you know what? Crochet challenge. I do like myself a crochet challenge. Crochet a giant amigurumi bluey. So why does amigurumi show up there? You told me you couldn't generate anything. Crochet challenge, most stitches in 1 minute. Crochet every character from Bluey. Crochet challenge, recreate your favorite amigurumi. I mean, it could work. Crochet a giant amigurumi goldfish. I've already done that. Crochet challenge, Halloween amigurumi showdown. Crochet challenge, recreate a famous painting. Crochet challenge, upcycled yarn crafts. Crochet challenge, world's smallest amigurumi. So apparently, what are we on? 45 minutes of rambling. And this is what we've settled on. Crochet challenge, blindfolded granny square. So from this point forward, I am going to be following the outline. Everything you see in the video, from the thumbnail to the title, is going to come from the AI generation. And, well, for the thumbnails, one of them will, because YouTube gives us the option now of uploading up to 3 different thumbnails. So one of them is going to be an AI nightmare. The rest I'm going to make myself. But everything else is going to be from here. So if we dive into the outline, the intriguing introduction, briefly introduce the video's concept. Blindfolded granny square crochet challenge. Emphasize the unexpected and fun nature of the challenge, highlighting the element of surprise. Question. What is the element of surprise? Because if I tell you guys, hey, I'm doing a blindfolded granny square crochet challenge, where does the surprise come in? And then the third point is, highlight the video's goal, showcase creativity and problem-solving skills, even with limited senses. Well, that was the intriguing introduction. Tell me if it worked. Are you guys intrigued? So we've covered the introduction. Now it's time to set the stage. Showcase your workspace and materials. Materials, up there. Workspace, done. Explain the specific granny square pattern and yarn you'll be using. I'm just going to crochet myself a basic granny stitch, granny square, and I'm going to be using the first yarn that I pull out of my scrap bag without looking. So if I unzip it, let's get down there a bit. I'm going to be using this yarn. Demonstrate the blindfold, ensuring safety and comfort. So this is the blindfold that I'll be using because it's the only scarf that I own. As for safety and comfort, I mean, I don't plan to wrap it around my neck or anything, so I'm assuming it'll be fairly safe. And it's decently soft, I suppose, so it's as comfortable as a blindfold can get. All right, check that off the list, setting the stage, done. Then the blindfold challenge begins. Start crocheting blindfolded, focusing on the process of feeling the yarn and using touch to guide your stitches. Highlight the challenges encountered, difficulty maintaining consistent tension and navigating the pattern without sight. Emphasize the importance of patience and perseverance, noting the unexpected outcomes that can occur. So I guess now I've got to crochet a granny square blindfolded. I did not expect to be doing this today. I gotta be honest. Was not on my list for the day's activities. So I need to equip my blindfold. Let's get you there. I want to do this on camera so you know there's no shenanigans going on. Lucky it's not too hot today because this could have been very uncomfortable and that would have gone against the AI guidelines, so I can't have that. I am going to apologize in advance if I end up straying out of the frame because I cannot see anything. All right, so yes, I'm using a 4mm hook. I have got my yarn and I'm just going to try and do 4 rounds of the granny stitch granny square. So I usually start off with I start off with a magic circle. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Under, and I just want to grab the first one. Pull through. I don't know if I did that or not. I'm guessing no. Alright, let's try this again. If I can't get the magic circle to work, I will swap to the chain 4 or 6 method. I think I got it. Alright, so now I want to chain 3, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to double crochet twice into here, 1 and 2, my chain 3 being my first double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3. 3 more double crochet. Nope. Oh, I don't want to lose this because I do not want to start all over again. I don't know what I just put my hook into there. I think I've got my first cluster here. I think I saved that first double crochet. I think I'm a bit twisted. Yarn over into the magic circle. Yeah, I don't know what's happened here because I can't pull my loop up, so I've gotten something tangled. You know what? I'm going to try and take out this double crochet that I did. Find the chain. Okay, and we start again. Now that was my second cluster, wasn't it? How have I lost count already? So I need to chain 3. Oh, and I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. I am aiming to do 4 rounds here, but I've been dealing with a lot of back and shoulder issues the last week. I spent 3 days lying like flat on my face in bed because I just couldn't move. So if this becomes like too difficult, I'm just going to stop. Like I'm invested in finishing challenges, but not at the expense of like my health. So we'll see how we go, play it by ear. Even if I need to take a break and come back to this, we can do that as well. So that was the third cluster. 1, 2, 3, chain 3. I think I'm doing okay so far. I haven't majorly screwed up, or at least not as far as I can tell. And then I had to chain my final 3, I think. So I should have 4 clusters. I got 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. So if I tighten that up now, I need to get here. I need to slip stitch into the top of the original chain that I did. All right, and then I'm going to work into this chain 3 space. So chain 3. Do I put 3 double crochet per cluster in the corners? Because I've been making, for other projects, I've been making a lot of solid granny squares, and in those ones I only do 2 double crochet for the clusters in the corner. But I think in this one you do 3. Yeah, screw it, I'm doing 3. Yarn over, in, yarn over. Why can't I pull through here? What is stopping me? Oh. Well, we've hit the frustration point. I don't know, have I done something wrong? No, my loop is loose, so maybe, is my hook facing the wrong way? Is that the issue? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. And so will taking your hook off the bloody loops. Guys, tell me, do I have a chain 3 and a double crochet, or do I just have a double crochet? I think I have a double crochet there. All right, hook facing the right way. Yarn over, in, yarn over, pull through. Don't pull your bloody hook off the loops this time, Lee. Okay, I think that's my first cluster. I'm going to chain 3, 2, 3, yarn over, and then I'm going back into that same chain 3 space to do my second cluster to give me my increase at the corner. 1, 2, and 3. I have a suspicion that I just did a half double crochet and not a double crochet, but that's fine. I'm not undoing this. Now I want to work in the second chain 3 space. See, this is why I use stitch markers, because the brain fog makes it so easy to lose track of my stitches. Even in a simple pattern like this, I just cannot concentrate enough to like maintain the count. If I've done that correctly, that should be the end of round 2. So you will all have to be the judge at this stage and tell me what it looks like, because I can't see it. This actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe it's because I've been making so many granny squares recently, but like I feel like my muscle memory is sort of coming in clutch. I feel like I'm doing relatively well, and I don't know if that's simply because I've been crocheting, as I said, like a lot of granny squares recently. I remember having, quite a significantly more difficult time when I was doing the amigurumi version of this, back, was that 2-3 years ago now? I'm going to slip stitch across, and look, I said I was going to do 4 rounds, but I think I'm going to call it there because I'm getting really sore. So look, this challenge, you know what, give me a sec, I'm going to put the camera back properly. Where's the yarn? I'm going to hide my granny square under the yarn so I don't see it yet. Are we ready for this? Well, am I ready for this? Because you guys have already seen it. Let's check it out. I can move you now. Put you over there. And I don't think I did a bad job. It's a little skewed. I think I did throw in a few half double crochets somewhere there, like here, for example, and potentially over here too. But all in all, I think I managed to crochet a granny square blindfolded. And look, I did say I was going to do 4 rounds. I think, given how, I won't say easy, but it was fairly straightforward. Given how straightforward I found this challenge, like, I think you guys can extrapolate that I would have been able to do a fourth round if I wanted to, but I'm just managing pain at the moment. That's more important. And also, the focus of this video wasn't really the crochet. It was more going through and putting YouTube's AI nonsense through its paces. But now that I've finished the crochet portion, what is the AI going to tell me to do next? After the blindfold challenge begins, we've got the reveal and analysis. Remove the blindfold. Check, done that. And reveal the finished granny square. Also done that. Discuss the unexpected shape and imperfections. Excuse me, are you just assuming there'd be imperfections in my work? I mean, they're not wrong, but still rude. Turning them into learning points. Okay, so learning points. If you're going to make a granny square using double crochet, try not to chuck half double crochet in there. It will affect the shape. And then analyze the successes and challenges, emphasizing the unique experience of crocheting blindfolded. Well, I mean, I can't really say it was unique because I have done it before. So I don't really know where to go from there. And I also kind of highlighted the successes and challenges earlier, so I don't think we need to rehash that. Moving on from the reveal and analysis, we have closing thoughts and call to action. Recap the learning points from the blindfold challenge, so you're all up to speed. We don't throw in half double crochet when the pattern calls for double crochet. Point 2, encourage viewers to try their own blindfolded crochet experiments. No joke here, I do think it's a fun challenge, so if you think you would enjoy it, get yourself a scarf or a sleeping mask or anything else and just blindfold yourself and have a go at crocheting something of your choice, whether that's a granny square, an amigurumi, whatever. For a one-off challenge, I do think it's a little bit of fun. So joking aside, if you're interested, give it a go. End with a positive and motivating call to action, inviting viewers to share their own creative experiences in the comments section. Well, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna do... And today's featured creator on the hookup is Anne. And Anne says, drawing crochet diamond art. Straight to the point, Anne. I love it. Anne hasn't actually provided us any links here today, but there is a link down in the description to the hookup form if you would like to apply it for yourself. That was the shortest the hookup segment I've done for a while. It's kind of got me off balance. I don't know where to go from here. AI, can you direct me? No, that is it. Whatever shall I do if I don't have the AI to guide me? Well, I suppose I'll just jump into my usual closing spiel. No, before I do that, I just want to give my final thoughts on the AI feature. It wasn't quite as horrendous as I thought it would be. That video that I originally learnt about this tool from, I was only half paying attention to it. So I sort of feared that it was going to like generate an entire script or an entire pattern and just basically give you everything. I'm glad it doesn't do that, but on the flip side, it's still like this gives you a lot. It gives you an outline, a full outline. It gives you titles, title suggestions, thumbnails, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I can see this being like a good leaping off point for, you know, potential video ideas, especially if you've lost your crojo, you find yourself in a bit of a creative slump. This could like kickstart the ideas, you know, get them flowing again. However, for me personally, this kind of tool, it sucks the fun out of creation. One of the things I love, not only about crochet, but making crochet videos, is the creativity, the way I get to challenge myself. I love sitting down and brainstorming ridiculous ideas. I like combining crochet with other craft mediums and working on mixed media projects. I love undertaking weird crochet challenges. And it's not just creating the projects themselves that is enjoyable. It is the process of coming up with the ideas. implementing those ideas and even editing in a way that, you know, I hope is funny or sometimes unique, things like that, creating your own, coming up with your own titles and thumbnails, all of that just gives me so much creative joy, even when sometimes I get frustrated with projects. I like being able to push through that. And this sort of thing, it diminishes that a little bit. Like, you don't have to do all that work. And for some people, maybe for some people that is a positive, but for me, it certainly isn't. Going forward, like, this isn't something that I'm going to use. It's amusing doing this one-off challenge, and I did save a couple of others, so maybe we can go through the outlines again and just see what other sort of ridiculous nonsense the AI comes up with. But by and large, I would be pretty miserable, I think, if I had to rely on this to create my videos. So I'll just leave it there. If you are someone who is on YouTube, have you played around with this like AI tool yet? And if so, what did you think of it? All right, now circling back to what the AI told me to do, we are going to end with a positive and motivating call to action. So what do I normally say? I shouldn't be blanking like this. I do this all the time. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think it's worth sharing. And I will see you in the next one. I mean, I say that enough that if the AI was writing scripts, I mean, that would certainly be in there.